Hey guys, welcome back to Outdoor Instinct, and today I'm going to show you how to refletch an arrow. As you can see, this one, I was out shooting in the yard earlier this fall, and a broadhead caught my fletch and cut it off. So now I have to refletch it. And what I got is just, it's like this, but it's the fletchings, and it comes on the tube, and you just slide it over. Here we go. And it's just a little tube here, and it comes with the fletchings already on it, and you just slide it on the arrow, put it in hot water, and then it just shrinks right on there. I've used this a couple times before, and they work pretty good. But I'm gonna demonstrate for you guys today how I do that. So first, you're obviously gonna need a pack of these for refletching your arrows, and then you'll obviously have an arrow with messed up fletching on it, or if you just want to change up the fletchings. And then you're gonna need like an X-Acto knife or something like that, something with a good thin sharp blade. And then I use a piece of sandpaper, and I'll walk you guys through the steps that I do. So first step you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take and cut off as much of the fletchings as you can. And I try to get like right down to the arrow itself. So you're just gonna I like to start by taking off the majority. So like I just cut it right down to where it is actually glued onto the arrow. And I do that with all three of them. And then once I get that done, I'll go back and I'll just kind of shave where the little pieces that are glued on are at. The part that actually gets the glue put on it. So then I'll just go back and shave that. And this is gonna take some time. You want to take your time with this and try not to dig into the arrow, obviously. But that's step number one, is take a razor blade or something and cut off as much of the fletchings as you possibly can. Okay, so now I have cut off as much of the fletching as I can, and I don't know if you can see that real well, but there's just a real little bit left on the shaft of the arrow. Just a real little bit of that plastic fletching in the glue. So now that's where the sandpaper comes in. I like to take a piece of sandpaper and just run it right on there. And you may take off just a little bit of the carbon fiber of the arrow, but I don't really worry about that too much. But I just like to try and get that plastic part gone. If the glue is still on there, I don't really worry about that. I just want the majority of that rubbery part to come off. So that's the goal with the sandpaper. And you'll just rub it back and forth on there until it either is just like the normal shaft, or you can see that it's not on there or can't feel it or something like that. But I'll just show you guys what it looks like once I get that far that I have these all sanded up anyways. Alright guys, so I just got done sanding this, and I was using 220 grit sandpaper is what I was using. And I fold mine up so I have a whole bunch of sides. It's a little easier to work with that way. But I don't know if you can tell, you can tell, but I'm gonna say almost everything right down to the arrow shaft. You can just barely see a little bit of the glue in some of the spots, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much. I think it should be fine. But yeah, this is as far as I'm gonna take for cleaning it. And now we'll move on to the next step, which is putting the tube on here. And it comes with a little thing, but I'm just gonna push on the little seam there and slide it on. And then it says you're supposed to run it right to the back of the arrow, but I always cheat mine ahead just a little bit, just because when I get new arrows, it comes with the fletchings further forward than this even. I think it's closer to probably 2 inches from the back of the arrow, rather than, I'm gonna look at that and say that's probably 1/2 to a 3/4 inch, maybe an inch. But that's what I'm gonna run with there. And then you just take and hold it when you dunk it in the hot water, and I'll show you guys that as well. Okay guys, now we're gonna put our fletchings into the boiling hot water. It's not a rolling boil, but it's starting to get there, and this is usually about the right temp that it takes. So you want to make sure you have it lined up on the end of the arrow where you want it, and then you're going to put your finger on the end here so it doesn't slide when you put it in, and then you can watch it just shrink right down. It works pretty good, very fast, and it's really cool to watch. I like to give a nice little shake, and then there, you pull her out and she is shrunk on there. I have another arrow right next to me. We'll do another one here. Alright guys, arrow number 2, line up the end, fingers on it. I'm going to turn the burner off and watch it shrink. It's super cool to watch. Now I like to rotate it and give it a little shaker doodle to get the, make sure there's no bubbles or nothing weird. And that's it. It's all shrunk on there. I just did 2 arrows that quick. Now just shake it a little arrow to get the water off. And that's the finished product right there, guys. You just want to try and make sure that all your arrows are the same distance from the end, otherwise they will probably fly different, if I had to guess. So thanks for tuning in to Outdoor Instinct, and have yourself a great day. Hope to see you again on the next one.